Coming at you live on a Friday night. Your main man, Joshua Elder here. Welcome to the call tonight. Going to be talking about traffic. Traffic, you guys, is the lifeblood of your business. Traffic is what keeps the debt collectors away. Traffic is what's going to change your life, and traffic is the most difficult for most people, unfortunately. And we're going to be talking about exactly what you need to do today, right now, to start generating an endless amount of traffic to your affiliate link. So first off, if you guys are brand new to the channel, go ahead and slam that subscribe button because it helps me, it helps the algorithm, does all that good stuff, gives me more clout. But most importantly, you'll be notified of all future videos that I upload when I upload them and also when I go live. So if you want those perks, then go ahead, click the subscribe button, go ahead and take the bell icon, give me a like, and we're going to get started here really, really quickly. So how many people are at the stage inside of their affiliate marketing business where they've got product selected, they've got program selected, and they're getting ready to start promoting? If that's you, let me know in the comments by typing in a P for promotion, showing me that you have a program selected and maybe you're struggling with traffic right here, right now, as we know it, and you just want to get more traffic, you want to get more leads, you want to get more sales inside of your affiliate marketing business. Dana, welcome to the call tonight. Got Dana is brand new here, so welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your night to be here. We got Logan, gave me a W because he's a winner, but give me a P if you're somebody that already has a program selected, you have products selected, maybe you're promoting ClickBank products, maybe you're promoting another product out there. It doesn't matter what it is. You're at a point in time where you're ready to start promoting. Okay, I'm loving all the P's that are coming through. We got Bernard with a P. We got Leonard with a P. We've got Robert with a P. Jay says, what's up, bro? What's up, Jay? Great to have you on, my man. We got Moses with the P. Awesome. Lots of P's in the chat right here, right now. So if you guys are completely brand new, you're completely green, and you haven't even selected a product, give me a 0 because I want to see how many people are just completely new, completely green out there. Give me a 0 if you're somebody that's brand new. Okay, it looks like we got more P's. Jay popped up a P. Tom popped up a P. What's going on, Tom? Awesome, guys. Very, very cool. Bernard Rimple. I'm sorry, Bernard. We got some trolls in the comments. Orlando, you can get out of here, my man. You obviously don't know anything about me, so I'll boot you out, or the rest of these people will boot you out. Give me a 1 if you want Orlando Hernandez to get the hell out of our chat. Humor me a little bit, you guys. So we've got, I'm seeing 1 0 so far. Okay. I know there's going to be some more that will come in. So for those of you guys that are promoting, for those of you guys that do have a product, what traffic source are you guys using right now? What traffic source are you trying to implement? What traffic source are you struggling with? I want to know. I'm loving my man Robert with all the ones. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw Orlando Hernandez out because he knows nothing about me. I love people that are assumptive. So yeah, you're blocked, buddy. See ya. It's funny when people just associate you with a program that came out. You didn't have any control over it. You set the expectations, but people want to blame other people instead of themselves. Okay, so Jason is using Traffic Authority. Okay, Jason, awesome. Tom is using Pinterest. We've got Tom's also using Twitter. Okay, very, very cool. So we've got Twitter, we've got Pinterest, we've got Traffic Authority. Any other traffic sources? Let me know in the comments, you guys. What other traffic sources are you guys using? What other traffic sources are you guys implementing out there? Would love to hear, because I want to see how many people are actually out there trying to drive traffic at least. Because what we want to do is we want to take what you're doing and either course correct, because you might be trying to, make money and, drive traffic through something like Twitter or Pinterest, but maybe you're just not doing it the right way. So we've got Robert says word of mouth so far. Bernard says word of mouth. Jason says building an audience on TikTok. Awesome. We've got Dana says Facebook groups. They're impossible. They can be impossible. And especially Facebook groups right now, unfortunately, they're becoming so saturated that it makes it very, very hard for you to get in there, to squeeze in there and make money, because most, people, unfortunately, that don't know anything about real traffic generation is they're teaching you how to go on Facebook groups and poach people from the Facebook group and essentially promote them your product. And that's not ethical, you guys. That's not manufacturing your own traffic. That's stealing somebody else's traffic, somebody that knows how to drive real traffic. So what you guys want to do, don't poach other people. You guys want to learn how to drive fresh leads. So I want you guys to write this one thing down. Number one, the best traffic is the traffic that you create. Okay, I'm going to say that again. The best traffic, you guys, is the traffic that you create. It's the traffic that you manufacture. In other words, are people opting into your list? Are people going through your funnel and filling out their name and email address because of you? Because of you. And that's one of the reasons why I love social media marketing like YouTube and like Facebook, and even the search engines like Google or Bing, and placing ads. Any traffic source where you put your face, or it could be your story, right? It could be a written story about you, about your product, about your service. But as long as you're building a connection and a relationship, and people can put a face and a name to the information, that is the best kind of traffic. So I'm seeing traffic sources here that I would not recommend. Twitter can be okay. The problem with Twitter is the traffic just isn't quite as targeted on Twitter. Have you heard of people making money with Twitter ads? Maybe in some niches, but it really just depends on the niche. And I'm just speaking from experience. It's not to say that Twitter doesn't work for a particular niche. It's just, a spectrum of all niches. I've noticed that Twitter doesn't convert too well. Okay. And again, I'm just going to jump on here, guys. I'm going to explain from my personal experience, my personal story, what works. We've also got Pinterest. So on Pinterest, I want you guys to ask yourself a question with any traffic source. Are you able to build a connection and a relationship with that target individual, just like you would if you met somebody in person? Obviously, there's no better way to market than being able to meet one-on-one, but then you're limited. You're trading time for money. Whereas on this live call, this live webinar right now, we've got a few dozen people, and I can speak to everybody at once, and that's leverage time. And that's what you want. So I want you guys to ask yourself, are you able to really give people that type of attention where you can build a relationship fairly quickly? See, with video, YouTube, you guys are able to watch me. You guys are able to see my nuances. You guys are able to see my behaviors. You guys are able to see my expressions. And that's the best way to build a relationship with somebody, is through emotion. And if you can translate, or you can transfer that emotion from you to them and have them feel that, that's going to be the best type of traffic. You guys need to start realizing that there's human beings behind the computer. I know you guys look at a bunch of data, you guys look at leads, but you got to realize those leads have dreams, aspirations, goals, families, things that they want to do. You need to realize that. And you really need to sit down and visualize who your target customer would be. Write that down. Visualize who your target customer is. In other words, your avatar. Your avatar is the image that you have in your mind of your ideal customer. Think about, again, their behaviors. What do they do in the morning? What do they think about? What keeps them up at night? And what keeps them up at night is the content that you should be creating and putting out there, in your niche in the marketplace via YouTube, just like this video. This video is a perfect example. I know you guys stay up at night because you can't drive targeted traffic, right? Keeps you up at night. You've tried a bunch of different things. Maybe you're doing things like Traffic Authority, Pinterest, Twitter, Bing ads, Facebook ads, YouTube, and you're just not getting the traffic or the traction that you're looking for. And you're looking to break through and you just don't know exactly how. I understand that because I know exactly what my target avatar is. So you need to ask yourself, what's your target customer? What are their problems? Okay, so what I would do, and hopefully you're taking notes right now, I would open like a Google Doc up, okay? And we can kind of do this together because I'm going to go to Google. I'm just going to type in Google Docs inside of Google. And we're going to see if we can do this together, you guys. So let me go ahead and share this. I'm going to share the screen and we're going to go to Chrome tab and we're going to go to the Google Docs section here. And I'm going to click the link here, Google Docs. And we're going to click on this blank sheet right here. And what you guys can do is on one side, you can write down the problems, and then on the other side, write down the solutions that you have for your specific niche. And then just draw a line down the center. I actually believe that I have something that's similar to that. So this would be like my lead magnet creation worksheet. This is kind of the same thing, right? You can use this to create lead magnets. You can use this to create YouTube videos, to create content on social media. So this could be my content creation worksheet, lead magnet worksheet. And what you would do on the left-hand side is list out problems that your niche has. So do you teach people yoga? Do you teach people how to make money from home? Do you teach people cryptocurrency, altcoins, DeFi? Do you teach people real estate? What is it that you teach people? And what problems do they have in learning that skill set that you're becoming a master at or that you are a master at? I like to teach things that I've already overcome. So you guys have most likely already overcome quite a bit in your online business. Maybe traffic isn't one of them, but maybe you need to step into that person that believes that they can generate traffic, because belief is one of the keys to get people to engage with your content. If you write your content like you really believe in it, then it's going to shine through to your target prospect. So this stuff is kind of a deeper element of driving traffic that most people don't teach you guys. Most people don't teach this. They just say, oh yeah, go buy from this email, provider, or go buy from Bing ads and just copy and paste this ad. But there's nuances to generating traffic, guys. And it really starts with understanding who your customer is, the problems that they have, and then believing in the content that you're creating, knowing it's going to solve their problems. And there is somewhat of a journey that people go through when it comes to getting to a place where they're confident in what they're talking about. And they're confident in being a leader and positioning themselves from a place of authority and somebody that has the knowledge that the prospect needs. So confidence is everything, you guys, when it comes to this. A lot of people come into internet marketing to make money and to make money fast, to make money quickly. But the people that stick around realize that there's an internal transformation that needs to take place for them to get traffic. And it starts with going inward and building confidence within yourself and being okay with, failure at first, being okay with feeling a little bit like an imposter. Have you guys felt like that? You go out there, you start, giving content to the world, but you're like, no one's going to listen to me. I don't know enough. I'm not good enough. I went through that. Most people go through that. And that's one of the big reasons why you're struggling to get traffic. And so what you need to be doing, you guys, is you need to list out problems and then offer solutions. So for example, this could be, teaching people YouTube ads. That's the problem, is they're running YouTube ads, but they're not working. Well, here's free pieces of content that I could create if I teach people YouTube ads that would help them solve their problem of, creating YouTube ads that actually work. So structuring the ads right, fixing the ad copy, fixing the landing page copy, tracking their sales with a tracking sheet. Maybe they're not even tracking sales. Another problem could be, they suck at making webinars, or their webinars not converting. And they just need a simple system, a 20-minute lead magnet machine, which would be like a system that would help them create content that would be valuable, that doesn't necessarily have to be a webinar, that would still convert, even if maybe they suck at webinars. And then you have, trouble closing sales. You can give them a proven closing script via video like this. So what we want to be doing, guys, is we want to be figuring out, and you can even go through forums, you can go through Facebook groups, you can go through your feed if you have a lot of people that are on your friends list that are within your niche, and just go through them and listen. Start listening. That's one of the things that a lot of people don't do. Like, act like, create sort of what I like to call the marketer's eye. The marketer's eye is when you start looking at things from a business standpoint versus a consumer standpoint. So instead of consuming your Facebook news feed, be an observer and observe it from a business standpoint. Like, what are the problems? What's a commonality that a lot of people are talking about on Facebook that they're struggling with in like a Facebook group, right? So you can join a bunch of different Facebook groups that are, obviously within your niche, and just listen to people, look at their problems. Instead of like trying to be loud and promote your stuff, step back, find out what the problems are, and then start writing those problems down. And you'll see a lot of the same problems continue to come up. And that means those are problems that you should be creating content around. Now, there's other things that you need to do to make sure that your content's seen. So, step number one is problem solution. Step number two is, now that you've acknowledged what the problems are, you've created the content. Now what we need to do is we need to optimize that content in a way that can be seen by the search engines, by the Facebook algorithm, by the TikTok algorithm. And that's when hashtagging comes into play. That's when titles come into play, descriptions, on-page SEO. That's where it gets a little bit more techie, but you need to learn this stuff. And you want to kind of take it step by step. The key, though, is begin acknowledging the problems and create content and become consistent with that content. Number one, don't worry about the views. Don't worry about the clicks or the likes. Just focus on that. Do that for the next 30 days. After you do that, then you can graduate and you can transition into now looking at that content and being like, okay, how can I deal with the tech? How can I position my title in a way that's going to get views to it? How can I position, my hashtags, my tags in my YouTube, when I upload my video? So these are the little things that you'll want to change once you have the content down. Because a lot of people think, oh, if I create crappy content, but the on-page stuff, the title, description, all that stuff is good, I'm going to still get views. No, you won't. You can actually have kind of bad on-page stuff, bad title, description, but you could still get some views if the content is of quality. So you want to make sure the content is of quality. You might be wondering, well, Josh, how long does the content need to be? It needs to be as long as it needs to be for you to get the point across, without fluff and filler and going on and on and on and babbling, feeling like you need to continue to go, and keep talking without, putting a period on the end when you should have done that minutes ago, right? And so I get that question a lot. Just make your content as long as it needs to be to get the point across. Don't overdo it. Okay? Is that making sense, you guys? Are you understanding how to really generate traffic? How to really build a long-term brand? And the more traffic that you create, the more content, in other words, that you put out, it's this snowball effect that occurs. So if you look at these types of videos, now after this video, after the live ends and you're watching the recording, you're going to see the algorithm drastically, view this video to more and more people that are interested in affiliate marketing. And I know that. So regardless of how many people are on live right now, what I know is that I have about 87,000 subscribers, maybe less. I'm trying to remember exactly how much I have. But it's so cool because now the algorithm is going to suggest this video to those subscribers. So you have to understand, the more subscribers that you get, the more views your future videos are going to get. So if I start with 100 subscribers and I release a video, then maybe 10 might see that. 1,000 subscribers, maybe 100 might see that. 10,000 subscribers, 1,000 people are going to see the next video, and so on and so forth. So as your subscriber base grows, your current subscribers are notified of future videos that come out. So it's this really cool traffic cycle that feeds itself and this snowball effect that's created. That's why you see, as your channel grows, your videos generate more and more views because you're getting more subscribers overall. So you have to play the long game when it comes to driving traffic and when it comes to driving free traffic. And a lot of people are like, what's better, free traffic or paid traffic? You should be doing both. You should pick one free traffic strategy and one paid traffic strategy, and you should be doing it every single day. And you should start to cross-pollinate those traffic sources. So let's say you're building an email list with Traffic Authority. Start posting videos on YouTube and then send your email list to those YouTube videos. It's going to help the algorithm. It's going to give YouTube data about your video. And when it has that data, it's going to start suggesting your video to more people. So don't just try and build on one primary platform unless you know what you're doing or unless the platform is newer. Okay? Because you're going to struggle. So I was watching a streamer the other day that does gaming, and he streams on a website called Twitch. And a lot of people will try and build their following just primarily on Twitch. But what he does on the side is he'll create YouTube videos, YouTube content, and then in the description and on his video, he'll suggest people to go to Twitch to follow him on Twitch. So he's cross-pollinating on different platforms, taking people from one platform to another, so then that platform's algorithm can get a boost. And so that specific platform and that video, because it has more data, will be then shown to more people. So you guys really need to understand the power of cross-pollinating your content on different platforms, okay? Because a lot of times you're new to YouTube, for example, you create your first video, that video gets no views because you got a new channel. So unless you know keyword research and how to go for keywords that have less competition, higher search volume, you're going to struggle to get views. And so what you want to do is when you create your videos, make sure that you're on another platform as well, bringing people from that platform to the other platform. So I like to send emails to my email list, sending people to my YouTube channel, and they subscribe. Then I can send my email list to my Instagram and to my TikTok, right? And get them to engage that way. So it really gives the algorithm on each of these platforms a massive boost if you have an audience from somewhere else, okay? And you might be starting with no audience. And that's when you really need to just dig deep and learn the tech part of these platforms and understand on a deeper level how the algorithms of these platforms work. Because most of you guys are just going out there creating content and you do not know how these platforms work. You do not know how the algorithms work on these platforms. And so you need to have a deep understanding of that. And once you understand that, on a technical perspective, then that's when everything changes. Okay. So did anybody have any questions as it relates to generating traffic? These are the same principles that I've used. This is not theory. These are, and Dana clarified, I've got 82.7 thousand subscribers. Thank you very much. I don't really pay attention to those numbers too much. I pay attention to people because you guys are people, just like I explained on this live. So Jerry Banfield does that very well, and he's entertaining. Awesome. That's a great example. Yep. Got to have the guts to stand on your own 2 feet online. That's exactly right. Josh, do you have a program I can join? I'm new. I want to do Facebook method. I do have a coaching program. If you guys look at in the description, the program's not cheap, right? I charge $3,000 for my coaching, for my mentoring. Why do I charge that much? Well, number one, I get dozens and dozens of people that mail me every single day, and I can only work with a select group of people. People that have money, they take things seriously. People that don't have any skin in the game, they end up wasting my time. So that's one very good reason. Two, I'm spending my valuable time with you guys. I'm going out of my way to teach and train you, which is not an easy thing to do. And it takes work. It takes effort. It takes doing 1-2 hour long presentations with you guys to coach you guys on a personal level. And you have to be somebody, I don't want your money, number one, if you're somebody that's looking for a fly-by-night sort of deal where you're going to plug into done-for-you traffic sources and all that stuff. You know, I've tried that before. I've tried to help people in that way, but then they just don't understand the expectations. They end up not wanting to do any work whatsoever. So I'm sort of setting them up for failure. So if you're somebody that's willing to learn how to put up content, you're somebody that's willing to learn the algorithm of these social media platforms, if you're somebody that's willing to take massive action and take consistent action, not create excuses, I would love to work with you. Okay. And if you can not bat an eye and say, you know what, I believe in this. I believe in this process. I want to invest in myself. Then I want to invite you guys to do that. There's going to be a link below in the description. You can reach out to me on Facebook at any time, but let me know that you're ready. If you're seeking free information, I most likely won't answer to you because just remember, it's not only you that's writing me, but I have dozens and dozens and dozens of other people. And I only have so much time in the day, and my family likes me to spend time with them as well, right? So again, soft pitch, up to you, regardless. I'm here if anybody needs it. Obviously, let me jump down here. Let's see. We've got Warren that does native ads. Do you have training over the shoulder? I do. Yeah. It's going to require, though, Jacob, that you take action and that you're not afraid to do things like videos. You have to be okay to build a brand because that's what affiliate marketing is, you guys. You have to be okay with putting yourself out there or being willing to learn that. And you have to hold yourself accountable. I can hold yourself accountable to a certain extent, but you want to get out of your day job so you have control over your life so you don't have another boss. And I don't want to be your boss. I'll hold you accountable to a certain extent, but you guys need to do the work. Okay. I'll show you tons and tons and tons of examples over the shoulder of what I do on a daily basis, how I come up with content, how I do keyword research. And then it's up for you guys to go out there and take that and take action. So if you kind of have a no excuse type of mentality, then you're definitely somebody that I want to work with. So Josh says, thanks so much for dropping those gems, Josh. Thank you so much, Josh. Appreciate that, my man. Steven's trying to get his loss back in crypto. Me too, my man. But I'll tell you one great thing about having a brand, guys, is it mitigates your losses, right? When you're able to earn things like affiliate commissions, then it mitigates the losses that you might have otherwise, trading stocks, trading crypto, doing Forex. And so you always want to be able to fall back on a skill set. And if you guys do not have a skill set that will pay you handsomely, you need to learn it. Because I remember when I was in your guys' shoes and I got into this thing, and I don't blame a lot of you guys because I had the expectation based off the marketing that I was being fed. All I needed to do was press a button. And if I press the right button, if I join the right opportunity, then money would start to fly in my bank account. And then I finally realized I read between the lines and I built the marketer's eye, as I explained. And I started looking at what other leaders were doing. And other leaders in the internet marketing space, they weren't leveraging somebody else's done for you traffic. They weren't leveraging somebody else's emails. They added their own flavor. They complemented the marketing assets with their own face, their own brand, their own personality. And if you guys aren't doing that, you're going to be left behind. And that's exactly why you're struggling, is because you're relying 100% on these opportunities and you're not relying on yourself. The best person, the best thing, the best, whatever you want to call it, that you can bet on is yourself and your mind. That's the best person that you can bet on. That's the best person that you can trust. Put the power back into yourself. And I know this might sound hokey pokey, whatever, but it's the truth. You need to put the power back into you, and don't put the power into me. Don't say Josh is going to sprinkle magic fairy dust, because I've heard it all, on top of you and you're all of a sudden going to be successful. I'm not going to do things for you. No one did things for me. So why would I teach you to do something that I didn't do myself? Right? Yeah, and Joshua is exactly right. I was in Legendary and earned 2K. Could have earned more if I was dropping more valuable info on YouTube and email content. Believe it or not, Josh, I know Dave very, very well. I dropped 30K on his coaching program when he came back from Empower, and it's paid me handsomely. And the funny thing is, like, there was some things that I maybe wanted more of from the coaching. And sometimes you're not going to get exactly what you want, but you're going to get exactly what you need. And that's what I got. And sometimes it shows up later in life. A lot of people are like, well, Josh, if I invest $3,000 into this, how quickly can I make money? And that is not the investor mindset. That's the lottery ticket mindset. The investor mindset says, I want to invest into this because it's going to pay me long term. It might not pay me instantly right now, but it's eventually going to pay me. It might be 6 months, it might be 3 months, it might be 2 years, but it's going to pay me. All right. And so that's why I get a lot of people, they join my stuff, they don't get the results. They hadn't gotten the results in the past. And then they blame me, which is the last thing that I want. And maybe they weren't set the right expectations in the past. You know, we both learn. So I want to make sure that I set the right expectations for anybody that gets involved into any mentoring. You need to make sure that you set the expectations. You need to make sure that you know the expectations, and that there's nobody out there, there's no mentor out there that can literally sprinkle fairy dust and make you successful without any work or any sweat equity, right? Dana says you get what you're ready for. That's exactly right, my man. You get what you are ready for. You guys getting value from this? You guys are getting value. Give me a like. Give me a 2 in the comments if you guys are liking what I'm putting down. If you like the realness, hopefully this is refreshing. Hopefully you guys are seeing what it really takes to build an online business. And I've been doing it for 8 years now, you guys. I've been doing this since 2013, seriously, but I've been also studying it since 2006. I finally put the power back in myself in 2013, actually the end of 2012. And I said, that's it, period. I'm going to take this seriously. I'm going to do whatever it takes to succeed. I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to trust in myself. I'm going to build a mindset of steel. Like, I don't care how much I get knocked down, you guys, I get back up and I keep going. You know, I recently lost 90 grand in a deal. And I told everybody, this money might be gone in the next 2 weeks, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. But I know as well, because I believe in myself, that the pluses are going to far outweigh the minuses. The wins are going to far outweigh the losses. So where a lot of people are so attached to money, they're so afraid of losing it, that's the thing that's keeping them from getting to the next level. And that was a struggle for me until I had to release myself from money and focus on building myself, building my skill set. Because when you build the skill set, you build the confidence, and you know you can attract money on demand whenever it is that you want. I can attract money whenever I want, you guys. And that's not like saying, oh my gosh, Josh is full of himself. You know, he's pushing his ego. You're getting it twisted if that's what you think. It's because I'm confident in what it is that I do. And you guys need to learn to be that confident as well. I'm loving all the 2s that are coming in. We got Jason with the 2, Dana with the 2, entertainment purposes with the 2. We got, you know, Joshua with a 2. Thanks for engaging this whole time, by the way. Melissa with a 2. What's going on, Melissa? Great to have you on. Looks like a new face. Dana said, I studied this business all of last year, taking major action this year. That's so awesome, man. Keep me up to date with how it's going, dude. Whether you guys decide to do business with me or not, the most important thing for me is your guys' success. Okay? Because I know at some point you might need what I have to offer. So if you guys want to be part of my coaching program, you want me to coach you in a small group setting, you want to know more about that, how it works. There's no pressure. It's $3,000. If that makes you, open your eyes wide open and it shocks you, it makes you scared, it should. It might not be the best for you. Although, if you really want to change your business, change your life, you got to change your habits. And sometimes that's being okay with letting go of a little bit more money that you're not used to, because you have to do different things to become an individual that does great things. And again, I'm not using this to say, yeah, invest into my stuff. Go invest into whoever you want. It might not be me, but these are principles that I've learned and I'm confident in saying because I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in my own personal development, in my own education. Yeah, Joshua says, it's crazy how fast you bounce back from that 90K loss. You have a very strong mindset, my friend. I need to work on mine. I will be honest and say I did mitigate those losses as well, just so you know. So that helped. Still stung because it would have been an extra 90K, but stuff like this happens, you guys, and you got to keep moving forward. And why am I okay with that? Why do I keep moving forward? Because I failed so many times, you guys. I kind of became impervious to failure. I became used to it. It started to become normal to me. It didn't affect me because I failed so much. But the thing is, when you succeed, like I said, your successes are so much greater than your failures, you guys. Jason says, nice to see a fellow Utah. Awesome, man. Welcome, 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 Jason. Great to have you on, brother. Great to have you on. So you guys get what I'm saying. Again, I try not to get too like inspirational and esoteric and all that stuff, but it's the law of, or the science of getting rich that completely changed my life. It's the science of getting rich. There's a science. When you believe something long enough and you take action on it long enough, it will come true. But you got to believe in your heart of hearts. You got to believe in it within your core of your being. You almost have to be a little obsessed, you guys. You do. Jacob has a really, really good question. This is me. This was me 10 years ago. I want you to go, Jacob, go to my YouTube channel, scroll to the very bottom, okay? And you'll see one of my first YouTube videos. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll pull it up right now. And I do this every so often because I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert that can be extroverted, that can kind of force myself to be extroverted, but I'm naturally an introvert, really. So he says, what if you're an introvert and don't want to put yourself out there? I get these video ads, make money on YouTube without showing your face. Is that possible? People are just putting that stuff out to get the views and the clicks and get you to buy stuff. I've never seen anybody that have a lot of success without showing their face in this space. Unless it's like CPA offers, unless it's like banner ads and stuff like that. But then you're promoting other products. That's a kind of a whole nother niche within the affiliate marketing niche, right? But that requires some capital, requires some risk, where this requires low risk because you're building a brand. It doesn't require that you really spend any money whatsoever unless it's on mentoring, right? Because, all you need is a camera that you already have, a person, a face and a voice. That's all you need, right? Yeah, Josh. Yeah, I'm an introvert and it's really freaking hard to speak in public. Just do it. Just do it. That's the best policy. Nike's got it figured out. And that's what I started doing is I started just doing it. Just do it. I don't care if you're like a deer in the headlights, you start shooting content, you just go out there and you just do it. You don't overthink it. Sometimes I don't even think what I'm going to talk about. I just turn on the camera and I start talking. And I've done that so many times to where I can jump on video like this. And it's been, how long has it been? Almost 40 minutes. And I'm still going. It's because I got the experience to back it. I remember I used to jump all over the place and talk about different things. And I'm like, okay, are these people following me? Right. And so you're going to go through phases of, are people getting what I'm saying? Am I saying the right things? Did I say that correctly? You're going to be self-critical when you shouldn't be. You got to accept you as you and move forward, because most people just don't take action. So if they want to make fun of somebody that's taking action, they're making fun because they're insecure. They're not willing to do it, right? They're not willing to do it themselves. And it does. It eventually gets easier. So Jason, yeah, you're starting to build your brand, but commenting is the start. You can comment on a lot of videos, but it's not going to do much for you, but it's definitely a start. Start by putting content out there. Okay. That is the key. If there's one takeaway from this video, content every single day or 3 times a week. Start somewhere, because it doesn't matter if you're building an email list, doing paid traffic, people still need to see your content. They still need to see your face. They still need to see your stuff. They need to know that there's a real person behind the computer. Because guys, think about how many things you purchased in your life. How many times in your life did you buy from a complete stranger? Not many. So you expect to be a stranger that somebody else is going to buy from you? Like, come on, let's not be a hypocrite. Let's be real here. Let's think this thing through, right? So with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up here. If you guys have any questions, I'll take, 3-5 minutes for questions. But if not, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. If you got value from this, make sure that you like this video. Please make sure you like it, subscribe to the channel, tick the bell icon to be notified of all future videos that I upload when I upload them and when I go live. If you want all those notifications, you must do those 2 things. And if you want to be a part of my $3,000 coaching program, you want to know more about it, the link is in the description. Again, if not, that's completely fine. Okay too. It's not for everybody, regardless if you have the funds or not. So Dana says The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. Definitely an amazing, amazing read, amazing book. I'd read that a few times over. Yet being successful is tied to things that we don't want to do. 100%, my man. 100%. Success is determined by doing the things that you know you need to do when you don't want to do them. What's your view on Cash FX Group? I'm just going to, I haven't done research on it, but, I'm done with a lot of these HYIP stuff. Every once in a while, I'll take a gamble on them. But the reason why I do it, guys, might be different than the reason why you guys do it. I can afford to do those types of risks. And I've said that in my previous videos. Never risk your money on these things unless you're willing to lose it. But when you're investing into yourself, that's something that's completely different. But 99% of those things are Ponzi's out there. What's the best way to drive traffic to your affiliate links? I actually covered that in this video. It's social media. It's Facebook, it's YouTube, and it's SEO. Those would be the top 3 suggestions that I have for you guys. Leverage one of those. Yep, Burak's hurt. See, 100K lost, but I can forward it to try them to vet them to my community. Yeah, we all do. We all do the best that we can. The main focus is being transparent. Sometimes people will I was just saying some people will misconstrue things. My mic accidentally went off. And they relate or they think, okay, this person was a part of this thing, so they must be must be a scam. It's all their fault. And they had nothing to do with it. They had nothing to do with the company. They laid out the risks. So I see a lot of people that come across my channel, they have no idea who I am. And they might say, you're a scammer. I saw this in the beginning of this video. Not to bring it up again, but that happens because people have not watched my videos. They just want somebody to blame, because most humans can't blame themselves. We're all humans. We're all grown-ups here. And if you can't take personal responsibility for your decisions, then unfortunately it's on you. Joshua says, great live, man. Thank you so much for showing up, you guys. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your night to show up and we will see you guys in the next live. Take care, like, comment. Make sure that you subscribe, take the bell icon. If you want to check out my program, we can have a personal chat. Again, do not chat with me if you don't have funds available. It's a $3,000 program, and yeah, just don't waste my time. I get dozens and dozens of people that do. These lives are for just that. If you want free information, free content from me, that's what these lives are for. You can ask questions. If you want to join one of my programs, you want to join my coaching on how to get more traffic, endless traffic, and have the success that I'm having in my business. You guys have seen, I can jump to all these different accounts. My results are not typical, right? I show my results to inspire, but it's not indicative of your results whatsoever. So, we can jump to a few different places here. I can show you guys, some results, because a lot of people like to see results, right? You guys like to see results, I'm sure. This one account right here, and this is just one of my accounts. Okay, I don't want to go through all my accounts. That would take quite a bit of time. But this is just one of my accounts, guys. Again, not to brag, not to boast, but you guys can see that gross volume today, $471. Yesterday, $703.97. Just one account. That's 1.28 million dollars in sales. And a great deal of that is profit because I do mostly free advertising. If we jump over to ClickBank, you can also see that today, I did about $428 right here, or $493, I'm sorry. Lose track, guys. You can see Friday, March 12th, $493.94. We can also go to my email. Let me go to my email real quick in this. And let me go to updates. And you guys can see one of my e-wallets right here. This is just one of them. I have two. Again, let me stop sharing this. And let's jump to this tab. And I do this for you guys because, you might be here for the first time and you're like, well, does this guy actually practice what he preaches? Does he get results? But you guys can see right here. Your e-wallet recurring bank transfer. This is just one out of two. This is $1,087 today. Okay, you guys. And then another one, and you can see that was 10 hours ago, right? If I just click on this, you can see I've also gotten another one. So this says, this is the 1,087 that I showed you. There is another one somewhere here. Trying to find out exactly what they had put, but it was like for right around $800 too as well. I don't know why it's not pulling up right now, which is okay. But nonetheless, you guys kind of get it. You get the idea. I've got many, many streams of income, and that's just a few of them. I can log into my Kartra affiliate account. I can show you guys the results from that. I've got a few $1,000s from that. I can show you the ClickFunnels account. And then this is what comes in on a monthly basis. You guys got many different income streams. Yeah, affiliate marketing takes a lot of work, but once done, you get endless results. Yeah, the initial work, guys, is consistent. It's not like you're spending 8 hours a day. It's just being patient and putting out a little piece of content every single day that might take you 30 minutes, an hour to create. Okay? All right. So thanks so much for you guys' attention tonight, and we will see you guys in the next live. And you guys have an amazing night, amazing morning, day, wherever you're at in the world. Take care.